So I'm gonna try some backwoods engineering here.
It works.
All right, and we're back. So here's where we're at. We need to get a gasket on here. This is for the fuel tank. Okay, fuel tank here, oil tank here. Before I do that though, I need to put a little oil pickup in, and we need to put this piece of hose in. That here's how it works. Where's the oil pump? Here's the oil pump. A little bit of oil on it, but okay. Oil pump here. Oil pump goes on the side over here. I'll show you that a little bit later. But basically how it works is the oil goes in for this pickup to this large tube, goes to the pump, comes back out of the pump through this little barb fitting here, and then goes into this barb fitting here and into the actual bar of the chainsaw. Now if you noticed, if any of you guys watched the disassembly video, this tube was missing that went from these two small barb fittings. It was completely gone. There was no evidence of it even ever being there. And I have no idea if anybody's ever had this apart before or not, but it must have. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this tube put in here. And okay, I'm taking it back off. It's awful tight. So I'm going to put a little oil on it just to make sure I get it all the way onto that barb fitting. Well, she's on there. There we go. Okay. Actually, it doesn't really matter if it's bar chain oil or not. I'll just put a little dab of grease on it. I'll just put it on the end of the tube there. I'll make sure it's all the way on. There we go. Then cut to fit. Let's see. Right about there. Let's go a little bit long at first. Is that going to fit under there? Take a little bit more off. See, that looks like it's going to fit. Okay, there we go. That's on. There's no replacement for this oil pickup, so I cleaned this out really good. And it's nice and clean now. So we just gotta pop this back on this fitting here. Make sure it's all the way on there. Okay. All right, so that's ready. Let's gunk off of here. So next part is the new gasket. The old one is in really rough shape, and I am going to compare them once I get this out of the package. I got all these parts off of eBay, by the way, if anybody's wondering. It's about the same. The new one is a little bit oversized compared to the original, but it'll work. So this is where this high-tech gasket sealant comes into play. Like I said before, don't use RTV around fuel. You will regret it. Ask me how I know. Well, that actually involves a Holley carburetor many years ago. Probably about 18, 19 years ago. When I was putting the metering, the metering blocks, is that what it's called? Onto the carburetor, I used RTV to help the gasket be a better gasket. Well, that didn't last long. Clogged all my jets up, and I had to take the carburetor completely apart again. So we're going to get all the way around here. Gotta make sure we get around every single one of these bolts too. This stuff is sticky, but it works really good. Feel bad for the person that's gonna have to take this thing apart again next time. They're gonna have a bit of trouble getting this gasket off. All the way around here. We are going to coat both sides of the gasket. I want this thing basically glued together. Last thing you want is a leaky fuel tank. Go get all these hairs out of here. Okay, new gasket. See, and these holes don't line up perfectly, but they're going to be close enough. There's an alignment pin up here. Is there another one? No, just that holds the alignment pin. All right, should I put it on? I'll paint the gasket. That's what I think I'm going to do. Guess I could have painted the gasket before I set it up here. Would have made it a little bit easier. made all these little spider webs. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's kind of like you're putting hot melt glue on this. So I gotta come back and get all those little hairs off there before I seal the tank up for good. Let's get all these little hairs out of here. Okay, we're about ready here. Now, these bolts, these 4 bolts here that go right here, these are what actually hold everything together. The cylinder, everything, fuel tank, everything. All right, so let's see. We can get this on here. Let's get that all up in the camera. Alignment dowel is in. Gotta get these things to start. Okay, something's lined up correctly. These are all dropping in. Now, right now, I'm gonna get these tight, and then I'm gonna come back, and particularly on these 4 head bolts, I'm going to Loctite them with some blue Loctite later. But I'll do that when I know for a fact I don't have to take this thing apart again. Okay, that one started. That one finally went past the gasket. Now you remember, these ones are head bolts, so once I get them starting to snug down, I gotta kind of do a cross pattern on them. So I pull that cylinder up nice and tight without cracking anything or bringing things out of alignment. Together. Yep, sure enough it is. Okay, all these, get all these mating surfaces touching. Okay, now we're gonna start going on a bit of a pattern here. You don't want to, these are stainless steel bolts going into aluminum, so 2 different types of metal. So you don't want to overdo it, because these stainless steel bolts will strip that aluminum out really quick. These are hard to get out. I had to put a vice grip on the screwdriver. For those of you guys remember the first video, to break these things free. But for right now, let's see. My mating surfaces right down here, they're nice and tight together. Same on the other side. So I think in the next video we'll start getting the point system and the magneto put in, and oil pump probably, and some linkages. I can't put the carburetor in because I realized yesterday that I had forgot one part I needed to order for it. So I ordered it, should be here in a few days. So the carburetor will end up being the last thing that we put together. And that's it for today. See you on the next video tomorrow.